Sleep. It's a simple word, yet it holds immense power over our lives. It's something we often take for granted, a natural part of our daily routine that we don't give much thought to. We burn the midnight oil, pull all-nighters and sacrifice sleep for work, studies, or even just a late-night movie marathon. These activities might seem harmless in the moment, but they can have lasting effects on our well-being. But here's the thing, sleep is not a luxury. It's a necessity, a vital component of our overall health. It's a fundamental human need, as crucial as eating, drinking, and breathing. Just as we wouldn't skip meals or go without water, we shouldn't neglect our need for sleep. During sleep, our bodies and minds are hard at work. It's a time for restoration and rejuvenation. We repair tissues, consolidate memories, and release essential hormones. These processes are critical for maintaining our health and well-being. Sleep allows our brains to recharge and our bodies to recover from the day's stresses. It's like hitting the reset button, preparing us to face a new day with energy and clarity. Without it, our physical and mental health can suffer dramatically. Lack of sleep can lead to a host of problems, including impaired cognitive function, mood swings, and weakened immune response. In this essay, we're going to delve into the fascinating, albeit slightly alarming, world of sleep deprivation. We'll explore the science behind why sleep is so essential and what happens when we don't get enough of it. Specifically, we'll be exploring what happens to your body when you stay awake for 72 hours straight. The effects can be quite shocking and serve as a stark reminder of the importance of sleep. Please note, this information is purely for educational purposes. It's important to understand the risks associated with sleep deprivation so that we can make informed decisions about our health. It is not intended to encourage or glorify sleep deprivation in any way. In fact, the goal is quite the opposite. In fact, I urge you to prioritize your sleep and seek help if you're struggling with sleep issues. Good sleep hygiene, such as maintaining a regular sleep schedule and creating a restful environment, can make a significant difference in your quality of life. Let's begin with a scenario most of us are familiar with: pulling an all-nighter. Whether it's for studying, working on a project, or simply because you couldn't sleep, we've all been there. You've stayed up all night, perhaps cramming for an exam or meeting a deadline. The hours tick by, and before you know it, the sun is rising. At the 24-hour mark, the initial signs of sleep deprivation start to creep in. Your body and mind begin to protest the lack of rest. You'll likely feel tired, of course. Your eyes might feel heavy, and you might find yourself yawning frequently. But it's more than just feeling sleepy. Your cognitive functions start to decline. You start experiencing increased irritability and mood swings. Little things that wouldn't normally bother you suddenly seem overwhelming. Concentration becomes a challenge, and your brain feels foggy. Tasks that require focus and attention become much harder to complete. Simple tasks, like remembering where you put your keys or focusing on a conversation, become surprisingly difficult. You might find yourself forgetting things you just heard or read. Physically, you might experience headaches, dizziness, and muscle aches. Your body is signaling that it needs rest to recover. Your reaction time slows down, making driving or operating machinery dangerous. Even simple reflexes are impaired, increasing the risk of accidents. These initial symptoms might seem manageable, but they're a clear indication that your body needs rest. Ignoring these signs can lead to more severe consequences, both mentally and physically. It's crucial to listen to your body and prioritize sleep to maintain overall health and well-being. As you push past the 24-hour mark and into the 36-hour territory, sleep deprivation takes a more serious turn. The initial symptoms intensify and new, more concerning ones emerge. Hallucinations, both visual and auditory, can start to occur. You might see things that aren't there, like flickering lights or shadows moving in the periphery. You might also hear faint noises or muffled voices. These hallucinations are usually short-lived and relatively simple at this stage. However, they serve as a stark reminder that your brain is not functioning optimally. The lack of sleep is starting to significantly disrupt its normal processes. Reaching the 48-hour mark without sleep is a serious undertaking. At this stage, the body and mind are in a state of significant distress. The symptoms of sleep deprivation become far more severe and potentially dangerous. Cognitive function takes a nosedive. Memory, attention, and decision-making abilities are severely impaired. You might experience disorientation, confusion, and difficulty forming coherent thoughts. Emotionally, you're likely to feel highly volatile. Mood swings can be extreme, ranging from intense irritability and anger to periods of tearfulness and depression. The lack of sleep amplifies emotions and makes it difficult to regulate them effectively. Venturing beyond 48 hours without sleep is a dangerous and ethically questionable endeavor. Ethical considerations have led to a halt in most research involving sleep deprivation beyond this point, due to the potential risks to participants' well-being. At the 72-hour mark, the symptoms we've discussed become even more pronounced and debilitating. Hallucinations become more vivid and complex, often blurring the lines between reality and perception. Delusions, which are false beliefs held despite evidence to the contrary, can also occur. These delusions can be quite frightening and may lead to paranoia or unusual behavior. The combination of hallucinations, delusions, and severe cognitive impairment can mimic the symptoms of acute psychosis. Section 6. Microsleep, a hidden danger. One of the most concerning aspects of prolonged sleep deprivation is the phenomenon of microsleep. Microsleeps are brief, involuntary episodes of sleep that last anywhere from a few seconds to a minute or more. During a microsleep, you're effectively unconscious. Even if your eyes are open, you're completely unaware of your surroundings and unable to react to stimuli. This can be incredibly dangerous, especially if you're driving, operating machinery, or performing any task that requires your full attention. As sleep deprivation continues, microsleeps become more frequent and longer in duration, increasing the risk of accidents and injuries. Section 7. Long-term consequences, chronic sleep deprivation. While the effects of acute sleep deprivation, like staying awake for 72 hours, are certainly alarming, it's important to remember that chronic sleep deprivation, even if not as extreme, carries its own set of risks. Consistently getting inadequate sleep can have long-term consequences for your physical and mental health. It weakens the immune system, making you more susceptible to infections and illnesses. It increases the risk of developing chronic conditions like obesity, type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and certain types of cancer. Chronic sleep deprivation also takes a toll on mental health, contributing to mood disorders like anxiety and depression, as well as impairing cognitive function, potentially increasing the risk of dementia later in life. Section 8. The importance of seeking help. If you're struggling with sleep, whether it's difficulty falling asleep, staying asleep, or simply not feeling refreshed after a night's rest, it's crucial to seek professional help. Don't suffer in silence. Talk to your doctor or a qualified sleep specialist. There are effective treatments available for various sleep disorders, ranging from lifestyle modifications and cognitive behavioral therapy to medication in certain cases. Addressing underlying sleep problems is essential for protecting your overall health and well-being. Section 9. Prioritizing your sleep a necessity, not a luxury. In our fast-paced, always-on society, it's easy to fall into the trap of sacrificing sleep for work, social commitments, or even just mindless scrolling on our phones. We often think that staying up late to finish a project or catch up on our favorite shows is harmless. However, this habit can have serious consequences on our health and productivity. But we need to shift our perspective and start prioritizing sleep as a non-negotiable aspect of a healthy lifestyle, right up there with a balanced diet and regular exercise. Just as we wouldn't skip meals or neglect physical activity, we shouldn't compromise on sleep. Quality sleep is essential for our bodies to repair and rejuvenate, and for our minds to process and consolidate information. Make sleep a priority. This means creating an environment conducive to rest, such as a dark, quiet, and cool bedroom. Consider investing in a comfortable mattress and pillows that support your sleep posture. Establish a regular sleep schedule, even on weekends, to regulate your body's natural sleep-wake cycle. Consistency is key. Going to bed and waking up at the same time every day helps set your internal clock and can improve the quality of your sleep. Create a relaxing bedtime routine to wind down before bed, avoiding screens for at least an hour before sleep. Activities such as reading a book, taking a warm bath, or practicing mindfulness can signal to your body that it's time to relax and prepare for sleep. Remember, adequate sleep is an investment in your physical health, your mental well-being, and your overall quality of life. It enhances your mood, sharpens your cognitive functions, and boosts your immune system. When you prioritize sleep, you are better equipped to handle the challenges of the day with a clear mind and a positive attitude. So make sleep a priority, and your body and mind will thank you for it. Embrace the power of rest and watch as it transforms your life, making you healthier, happier, and more productive.